Gratitude from me, I'm standing between you and a drink, so I promise 10 minutes maximum. And I didn't have the energy of Nick to jump up onto the stage. But thinking about our experiential learning, right? Number one, we're in the room together, right? Today, it's like a miracle. We tried to do this 2 years ago. And here we are. It's taken us this long, but such a pleasure. And every one of you has had to manage London transport over the last few days. So, wonderful to have you in the room. I want to double hands up if you've had some 70-20-10 learning today, some conversations, some stretch learning moments, some mind-bending moments like a 3-year-old. So I need a double hand up. Right. Thank you. Okay, that's beyond the 70-20-10 moments. So thank you for that. I think we've had some incredible learning moments across the day, and I'm so grateful for the inspiration and hearing so many of you that are aligning around our humanitarian mission. So Dan at Travel Lodge, right? Your commitment to your wider community. Robin, encouraging us to think about the incarcerated, and United Nations, taking, this development message to so many people doing good work. So it's been incredibly inspirational as well. So, thank you, Larry. You kicked off the day with employees are starving for meaningful, accountable connection, and that was a wonderful kickoff for what we need to do. And I think we've finished there as well. Lisa, I'm so grateful for that sharing. And you'll have to remind me, your CEO said these words 75 years ago, did you say, or 50?
Our former chairman, Ronald Johnson, who wrote our credo almost 80 years ago.
80 years ago, to say these words that are resonating, I'm sure, with every single one of us in this room. There must be equal opportunity for employment, development and advancement. It's almost like my mission statement. We must provide highly capable leaders and their actions must be just and ethical. It's a beautiful statement 80 years ago. I think it's wonderful that it's still resonating in the healthy careers, healthy people kind of mission of Johnson & Johnson today. So thank you for coming all the way from New Brunswick to join us. It's been wonderful. Robin, one of your wonderful one-liners, right? Are we afraid of the ATM today? 10, 15 years ago, we had this fear that the ATM was going to take away jobs from us. So yeah, thank you for a wonderful one-liner. Gen Z, your research that's coming out soon. So we can't wait for this one. We're done with your BS. We need transparency. So lovely. And another one from Robin, right? She's stealing the thunder. Stealth layoffs are happening. Come back to the office or else, right? So we're starting to hear that there are still some autocratic dictatorial leadership out there, and we can and will do better, I'm sure. People, Mervyn, thank you. People want to know that we've got their backs, right? They want to know that your leaders care about them and are committed to them. So I think it's beautiful. Sorry, another one from Robin. We're in a job full recession. I think I might have to use that. I've been saying high employment recession. I think that's snappier. People are voting with their feet. And thank you, Michael. That was a wonderful panel that you facilitated for us with so many laughter moments and insights. But, Wayne Gretzky, the ice hockey player, meet them where the puck is. And I'm sorry, I thought I misheard you a few times. But I have heard that from one of our wonderful mentoring leaders who's made a huge difference to her diversity population within the organisation at RTI. And she really had a mission around her change and transformation for, meet your people where they are, where they're at, is really powerful. So I might remember that one. Thank you, Michael. And Sage, we're so inspired by your journey and vision around the talent marketplace and how far you've come. And I don't know, I was mesmerized, had the biggest smile on my face when I saw your video of story taken to your audience. And, with a vision of right people, right place, build skills and creating a future workforce today. But I also picked up these, as some feedback from your people. It was a game changer. I'm feeling the power and I'm feeling motivated, empowered, and inspired is an understatement. It's a powerful feedback from your people on that story. And I also love, this was just a tiny snippet around your vision, but 5 days volunteering a year, allowing your people to do that. I'm taking that on board as an action item, Susan. I'm sure she heard that too. And prioritize using skill-based volunteering, using a talent marketplace. Why not extend to our community? community. We have got a lot of organizations that we also support on their, charitable missions. And, we want to be able to provide that as an experiential learning for our people too. So great idea. Oh my God, Lisa, we are talking of a wild, wild west of data. That might deserve a case of wine. And we saved Lisa's looks, right? I thought that was a wonderful, and so many, moments of laughter. And I also thought this was a valuable learning moment for us. Agree your MVP, minimum viable proposition. I was listening and go simple, go large, right? Make it happen. What do you want to be when you grow up? Thank you, Nick. Oh no, that was still Lisa. Oh my goodness, Nick, I put the wrong name there. How did that happen? That was my doing things in the moment out the back. Not an account manager number 3. So, the results that have achieved at FuelX, I think, were outstanding. And I felt that you jumped over this, but to me, they were incredible that you're actually getting these gains in internal mobility and E and MPS. So congratulations on the work that you're doing. But I really love this moment. I'm taking this away. I've got 2 3-year-old grandkids, right? And I love their learning, right? I learn from them all the time, but let's bring a beginner's mindset and learning like a 3-year-old. My learning, and I think there's an HR learning. One of my 3-year-olds came home from kindy and said, a one-liner that I have remembered, you get what you get and you don't get upset. So that was his learning. I'm presuming it was for a sticker on his hand, but I thought that might be useful for you doing a remuneration strategy. So thank you for your beautiful, I don't know if she's 3, but she's 3. That was a good guess. So thank you for that. And Pierre, always, absolutely humbled to support the work that you do. And, beyond, and Pierre's introduced us to UNICEF and UNAIDS, where we're continuing on that journey of supporting wonderful work for good people doing good work. And, really powerful to see how you're building a momentum around the great initiative to grow your people. It's outstanding. Serena, loved some of your sound bites. Thank you very much. I didn't know how to spell SAP, but I just had to be 3 days ahead, right? So that was a tiny sound bite. And that's where gigs come in, right? That we can do that experiential learning. We only need to be a tiny bit further ahead. Dan, I didn't quite get the words right because you were talking quite quickly, but I know there's a lot of humanitarian work that's being done by Travelodge. They really stepped up, during the pandemic, and, I'm really proud of the way they stepped up and, took in homeless during that period. So, amazing commitment to extending beyond just their workers and out into the community. And again, I love this one. We had to live up to our values to learn more, earn more, and be their true self at Travelodge. What a beautiful mission, right, in terms of empowering people and employability. Serena, thank you. In the customer panel, stop looking at buy talent as your first port of call, and looking at build as a strategy and that total cost of the learner via your academy. Swiss francs 2,500, still less than an external hire. So great to have those, evidential points that we can think about as we're looking at our build strategy. And Serena, I'm not 100% sure that I got this right. You're 40, 40, 30, but I think we all need to hear it, again from you. So, 40% of time learning the business, 40% of time keeping things ticking along, and 30% actual delivery. How close was I, Serena? Please correct. Oh my God. Okay, thank you. Because I think that is powerful if you're thinking around your talent strategy and building that out. I did not get that. Beautiful. And Craig at Dover Fueling, thank you so much. We need to think about the well-being of the person carrying the load of the person while we have open vacancies. It's just thinking more holistically around that impact of open hires and, a good reason to have a backfill for every position across the organisation. People building their own journeys. How do we enable the big jumps, right? And data is going to help you on that journey. And we hope to help your people with that journey of helping people on those big leaps. Susan, thank you. Shifting the mindset to experiential growth rather than job title change, at our own Fuel 50 and helping people on that journey. So grateful for how she's helping everyone on a growth journey within Fuel 50 and really making a difference. We've just done our experience survey debrief here in London with the team, and there's been big shifts in the way that we're doing things through Susan's championing of that. So do reach out to Susan at any time if you want to talk about your own organisation and what we've done at Fuel 50. Craig, I've already said that one. Serena, and I wanted to close with this one, and I think it's true for all of us, right? And probably true of today's learning. Doesn't matter where you come from, it's where we're going that counts. So on that note, I am closing. There is a drink waiting for you, a nice cold beverage. You've got to follow the red Fuely t-shirts to find the place. I tell you, it's hidden depths in the deep, heart of this building.
All the speakers up on the stage to get one.
Okay, yes, and just while you're all coming up to the stage, I want to do a big shout out to the Fuel 50 team who have been absolutely dedicated to this learning experience. Wow, it's still going. And so speakers, come and join me. So the Fuel 50 team, led by Emily, who has created every detail of this experience to getting us here. It's been absolutely amazing. So a team of so many people supporting her, so many people to thank. It's been absolutely heartwarming and just about made me cry to hear Ayaz's name, patience, Camilla's name for patience and virtue and expertise being added, and Amy being shouted out for her commitment to change and transformation. So just while we're all regrouping up here, I want a round of applause. So do you know how to do a round of applause? Like a little... Thank you all.